guys, it's your girl Tower Crush back with another review, and this time it is for Love and Marriage Huntsville. If you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Thank you so very much. And listen, guys, this season is really starting to heat up. We get into the juicy stuff. Now, let's cover the light stuff that happened early on. Then we're going to get into the juicy stuff. Okay? Because I can't wait to get into the juicy stuff. Because I got to calm down. Because that was a good episode to me. Okay, so I want to talk about Maurice and how he is tone deaf when it comes to his wife right now. Let's get that out the way. Maurice, shut up. Shut up. Until you have fought breast cancer, you cannot tell her where her lack of wanting sex is coming from. That's the woman's body is so intricate. And any slight little tweak of something that is abnormal to the woman's body can cause her to not feel sexually attractive, sexually, active, not wanting to do it, not being aroused. So it's a multitude of things. So I can only imagine what something like cancer, chemo, and radiation would do to a woman's sex drive. He needs to shut up talking about it's mental. If only mental things had happened to her, then you could say that it's mental, but physical things have happened to her. So you can't say that it's mental. It is extremely insensitive to make her think that it's in her mind and she can overcome this by just thinking hard enough. That's not true. So this was one of the few times that I agreed with Marsau. Marsau was like, bro, you can't say that. And yeah, he was right, but whatever. So Maurice, I'm not giving Marsau, but you know what? I'm not even mad at Marsau, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute. So he gave him good advice. Hopefully he does something with it. And the Rubicon is everything. I did have a friend before they had a Rubicon, and those Jeeps are just second to none. So I hope she gets the Jeep, and I know she's going to really, really like it if she does. Again, I love Courtney. I love how he protects his wife, but Courtney has to understand part of protecting your wife is showing up with your wife. You cannot just keep sending her out here to these ventures with these people and not be there to protect and defend her, because 9 times out of 10, Marsau's going to say something that's going to get to her, because that's just who Marsau is. So I do love Courtney, but I do love, look, I don't know what I love. I love everything. No, but because he doesn't want to be around Marsau, because he can see it getting to something real. And when I look at Courtney interact with Marsau, it reminds me of being, back in the days, back in the hood, when two fellas might have had a disagreement and you could tell it was about to turn one way. And so you either gonna try to stay there and break it up, or you're gonna try to get the heck out of Dodge because you don't want to get caught up with whatever's about to happen, right? So that's what I see happening with Courtney and Marsau, and that's why he didn't want to go to the barbecue. The barbecue? What barbecue? Oh, the barbecue that the Scotts, Kimmy and Maurice are having, to kind of celebrate her journey through chemo and radiation, and also to get the group back together to see if, maybe they can hash out some differences, because the last time they were together, it didn't end all that well. So that's what the barbecue is about. But Courtney said he ain't doing no barbecues because he already knows he doesn't like Marsau, and I get that. So there's that. Now, yeah, Kiki. Now Kiki had a I guess you could say a meeting with Mel, and they talking and everything, and she's telling Mel about some chick, I guess Tisha's friend or somebody is having an affair with Marsau. Supposedly had a threesome with Marsau leaving the club. Now, Kiki says she don't believe that Marsau had the threesome, but she don't know what to believe as far as him, having an affair or whatever. And, Mel is like, what? Are you serious? Does Tisha know about this? And blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. Now, we did see Tisha go on a rant this episode about how she don't understand why she gets so much hate. She don't talk about nobody. She tries to do good for the community. She does this, she does that, she does this, she does that, she does this, she does that. Okay, we get it, Tisha, but I think what you're having is a failure to see yourself. I don't think you see yourself. Do you realize it ain't even been a year since you called Mel a devil, a demon? You say she has a very dark soul. If that ain't talking about somebody, I don't know what is. Like, you have literally demonized this woman for telling the truth about your marriage. You have demonized this woman for telling the truth about your marriage. And she didn't just come for your marriage. She came for your marriage after y'all kept kikiing about hers behind her back. And she didn't even go into detail. She was just like, yeah, you need to worry about your own husband because he don't be, She pretty much told that Marsau be cheating, and Tisha act like that it was a lie, and that everybody's coming for her marriage because they don't want, her to have a good marriage or whatever, but they have a great marriage, and it's strong, and he ain't cheated, and if he cheated, she would leave him, and this and this and that and that. Well, it comes to find out he has been cheating, and she knew about it. But you know what? I'd be willing to bet you that they be having threesomes together. I believe Marsau and Tisha have threesomes together. I feel like Marsau probably be doing the most with the other chick. But I feel like Tisha knows about it. And I feel like she's a sister wife. I feel like she absolutely knows about it, but she don't really feel like she needs to let anybody in her business. But honey, you on a reality TV show. We're going to be in your business. Oh yes, we're going to be all up in your business. As soon as you think you're going to shut the blinds, we're going to be on the other side like, we still in your business. And that's what you sign up for that when you sign up for a reality TV show. So, Kiki's trying to tell Tisha about the situation. Tisha's avoiding her, but then wants to get mad at her when it starts coming out. Like, because apparently the girl that Marsau had the affair with, her boyfriend broke up with her behind the affair. So it's more than just somebody saying this and saying that. Kiki spoke with the boyfriend. And so now, Tisha wants to say, well, I feel like you're being disloyal. Why would you talk to her? Why would you talk to him and have my back and blah, 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 blah. And she's like, well, you were supposed to come and talk to me, but you never showed up. And Tisha don't want to address that. So when they at the barbecue and Kiki show up, Kiki speak, and, it ain't all gravy. It's up and it's stuck. And so Kiki with her petty self, she gonna sit down and start talking to Stormy. Now, Stormy is right here, right? Tisha's right there. Right where y'all sitting. She's right there. And I mean, Tisha and Marsau. And so now we got Kiki telling Stormy all about Marsau's affair and everything. And they sitting here playing cards acting like they can't hear her. Oh, it ticked her off. And, and Kiki's like, nah, you want to be mad at me for some stuff some other people did instead of being mad at the people who did it. And blah, blah, blah. And so, Tisha said he acting like she don't hear her talking. And Kiki took that drink and flung it. And it all went all over Tisha's face and her clothes. I was like, now that was aim. That was good aim. You could really show some other reality stars how to aim their cups like that. Like, they be taking the cup and they be flinging the drink like that. But you just took your hand and you went, bah! And the drink went, fah! And it went like, fah! And her face went like, I was like, yes, you deserve that, honey, because you sitting there throwing rocks and hat in your hands like you don't do nothing to nobody, and you just don't understand why people send you hate. People don't like you because of your character. Your character is very flawed. You sit there, like I said, and demonize Melody for telling the truth about your marriage when you knew it was the truth. But you tried to make it, you didn't want, the picture perfect, which it was never picture perfect because we already knew that he was probably cheating on you because of the way he talked to you. He don't have no respect for you. He has zero respect for you. He only has enough respect to keep you from going downtown and filing for a divorce on him. That's all he has. But he's not in that marriage. Like when he was excited and as Martell what's it like to get a divorce? Like, why would you want to know that? Why would you want to know that? So that you can be out here and be free nearly with your stick. And I feel like it don't matter what you do. I don't feel like Tisha's ever going to leave you anyway. So it ain't no need you trying to break free and get away from the marriage. Y'all just need to be honest about what it is and say, you know what, the things that happen in our marriage, nothing happens that I don't know about. And I just really feel like y'all should just manage y'all's business about what goes on in our marriage. And then that would shut everybody up, because that would be like, oh, they must have an open marriage. They got, some other stuff going on. But no, you want to make it seem like, everybody's just picking on Marsau and everybody wants Marsau to be a cheater because Martell's a cheater. No, everybody wants Marsau to be a cheater because he is a cheater and he just needs to face it. And stop acting like, he's the pot calling the kettle black when he's talking about Martell. And, I just feel like, I felt her tears, but I felt like they were definitely, she needs to take a look in the mirror and look at how she's judged other people, how she laughs at people's downfalls, like literally. And like, y'all went through all of that to defame Melody's business and her business, her business sense as a businesswoman. But y'all sat there and y'all copied and pasted Canvas Beauty's website on your website. Girl, I know y'all didn't. And how did it ever get released without you seeing it? It makes me feel like you knew that they were going to use Canvas Beauty's website. It's like you told them where to go to get the return, because you have to agree to the return policy. So you read over all of that. So you had to proofread it. You had to look over it before it went live. So for it to go live with that Canvas Beauty, you knew it was going to be Canvas Beauty's website's wording that was going to be using your website to begin with. Please, for the love of God, if you're going to talk about people's businesses, make sure your business is in order. And you ain't over here plagiarizing other people's websites and whatnot. Other beauty people's websites. Like it clearly had, and she said that she developed her website to begin with, which means she wrote the terminology on her website. So no, it was not a template, Marsau. Stormy typed that herself. So no, there was no template. Y'all just went over there and stole her stuff to put on your website, which is so unprofessional. Did y'all talk about that at the Business Expo? How to plagiarize people's websites for the little small businesses or whatever? Like, don't worry about finding the terminology. Find you a company that you respect and go steal their stuff. That's basically what you did, right? So this was I feel like this was a good episode. I feel like things are really starting to heat up. Marsau made the accusation that Kiki is high and that they need to call the police and drug test her. Drug test her for what? Is she on probation or something? I don't know her to be on probation, so what is he talking about? Like, maybe she is and maybe I forgot, but I just feel like he's such a wuss. Like y'all didn't see her sitting there when she was talking, but now you got all of these words to say. And I really hope her husband does something to you, Marsau. Like, you need to be knocked out. Somebody need to put them paws on you. I don't know, maybe can you fight or something? You better be able to fight the way you be talking to people's wives and whatnot. You definitely need to know how to fight. So I don't know where it's going to go next week, because Kiki's like, whatever, it's up and it's stuck. And, Tisha's like, she needs to go. We're going to the house. She needs to go. Why she need to go? She need to go. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And I just really wish that Tisha would just come out and tell the truth about her marriage and shame the devil. Like, whatever you and your husband decide is okay and kosher in your marriage, that is y'all's business. We ain't got nothing to do with that. But it's when you sit there and demonize someone else for trying to call out your marriage and you know that she's not lying, that puts a whole different light on you, honey. You just don't want people to know. And you won't acknowledge it because you're not proud of it. But you just don't want people to know. And that is extremely unfortunate that came to light today. But you are definitely throwing rocks and hat in your hands. And this is why people don't like you. This is why you get a lot of hate. Now, nobody should be getting, hated on the way they hate on you, calling the state, talking about you got illegal gambling or whatever. And when all y'all supposedly doing is something for the community, which I really don't know about y'all's community efforts, because it seems like y'all help the community so that y'all can help yourselves to whatever is available from the community. Because y'all had that Black Expo, but y'all didn't give out no scholarships or nothing like that, but y'all got sponsorships. What'd you do with that money? So to me, y'all ain't what y'all want us to believe y'all are. And we don't believe it. That's why your little charitable endeavors are definitely not coming through the way you think they should, because we don't believe you and you need more people. We feel like if we donate to something like that, Tisha's just going to buy more handbags. We're not doing it. We're not damn doing that. Okay. So Melody, she definitely gonna be able to sit back and watch this one, honey, because it's about to heat up and it's gonna get good and juicy. So I'll be here to cover it all. So I'm gonna end the review right there, because I think I touched on most of the major stuff that happened today. If I missed it, we'll talk about it in the comments. Just leave me one at the bottom, okay? If you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Thank you so very much. And if you're not the subscribing type, you know what? You got to the end of this video. That's more than I can ask for anybody. And if you enjoyed it, if you would share it, like it, comment or whatever. I love your interactions or whatever. I thank you. That's so goofy. But that is my $5.02. Peace.